The Packers about to make a big roster decision. I am going to cover that and much more in this video. We're also going to be taking a look at free agents the Packers have heading into 2024. Throughout the week, we're going to be positionally breaking that down. Who should the Packers keep? Who should they not keep? Also going to be scratching the surface as to who the Packers are looking at or who they should be looking at positionally in this year's upcoming draft. Before we get into all that, if you like the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into it. Today, we're going to be covering running backs. Okay, so when I start talking about Packers have a big decision to be made positionally, we're talking at running back position. Of course, we're talking Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Under contract for the Packers this upcoming season is Aaron Jones and Ellis Merriweather. Their free agents are A.J. Dillon, who's unrestricted, Patrick Taylor, who is restricted, and Emmanuel Wilson, who the Packers have exclusive rights to. That being said, when we mentioned the name Aaron Jones, there probably wasn't a hotter back. You can make the argument that there wasn't a hotter back than Aaron Jones this latter part of the season. His last 5 games, he had 127 yards, 120 yards, 111, 118, and 108 yards, which was nearly 6 yards a carry. You can make the argument that Aaron Jones was one of the hottest running backs out there. I don't see a world where Aaron Jones doesn't come back to Green Bay in 2024. That being said, he's certainly under the books, but he is carrying with him nearly an $8 million cap hit. So could the Packers potentially move on from him? That remains to be seen. Aaron Jones is set to make $12 million in 2024. He is tied to make the most amount of money when we're talking running backs in this league. He is tied with Christian McCaffrey and Nick Chubb. Is there a chance that they move on from him because of that? Perhaps. But that's only if he doesn't restructure his contract. He's already proven that he's willing to do so. He took a $5 million pay cut last season. I see Aaron Jones doing that same thing, and I see him restructuring his contract. If he doesn't, leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think. If Aaron Jones doesn't take a pay cut and restructure his contract to some extent, should the Packers keep Aaron Jones on the books? Of course, this offense looks way different when Aaron Jones is at running back. They looked so explosive. This is one of the best offenses in the league. You can make the argument to that when Aaron Jones is at running back, but he's not getting any younger. Okay, so that leads us to A.J. Dillon. Should the Packers, he's an unrestricted free agent, should they sign A.J. Dillon to some sort of contract? I don't see a world where A.J. Dillon is a Packer in 2024. I see them moving on from him. Quadzilla, he did very good this season at times, but at other times he just did not look the part of filling in as a primary back. And that's what the Packers are going to be looking for in the near future, because again, Aaron Jones is set to be 30 this upcoming season. I think the Packers need to look to the draft. But when we are talking about Emmanuel Wilson and Patrick Taylor, I see the Packers keeping one of those two guys on the 53-man roster, but I see them looking to the draft to get that next Aaron Jones type of running back, somebody with explosiveness and somebody like Trey Benson. Okay, so this week, Florida State running back Trey Benson announced that he is declared for the 2024 draft. Benson out of Florida State, he's an explosive runner and he can offer plenty when it comes to the receiving aspect of the game. Over the last 2 seasons at Florida State, Benson has nearly 1,900 yards rushing and 23 touchdowns and nearly 400 yards receiving. Benson forced missed tackles at one of the highest rates in 2022. This dude has explosiveness. He can catch the ball. One of his weaknesses is that he is not a great pass blocker, but when he's in the game, they're not going to be having him in there to be doing that primarily. I see the Packers. I think they should go after a guy like Trey Benson. I've heard rumors where they are going to be taking a look at Trey Benson out of Florida State. I think this guy's an absolute stud. I think he could be the next Aaron Jones, filling in very nicely. An Aaron Jones type running back has already proved that it's a very valuable style running back for Matt LaFleur's offense. He would complement Jordan Love very nicely. Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think. Who should the Packers be looking at in this upcoming year's draft? Also, who should the Packers move on from A.J. Dillon? I am in full agreement that they should move on from him. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Go Pack, go.